Okay, class. So, good day. Let's have another topic for today. Let's have vents and venting system. Okay. So, you have the definition of ventilation. So, portion of the drainage pipe installation intended to maintain a balanced atmospheric pressure inside the system. That is ventilation. And then you have the vent pipe, a pipe or opening used for ensuring the circulation of air in a plumbing system and for relieving the negative pressure exerted on trap seal. So for the sanitary and waste line, you should have at least a vent pipe so that the circulation of air in your plumbing system, you have this so that the flow of water in your plumbing system go through with the pipes. No? There should be a circulation of air, and also for the relieving of negative pressure. Okay. So next, you have the main types of vents. You have the main soil. You have there in the figure. You have the cyan color. That is the main soil and waste vent. So this is the backbone of the entire sanitary system. Then it is connected to the main soil and waste duct. So for this pipe, this one, this is the main soil and sometimes called as the waste duct. This one. And then the portion where waste does not travel through. Since maybe at this level, this is the top portion of your, or maybe the last story of your building. So at this point, at this pipe here, there are no waste travel through this pipe, okay, for this one. And then it is continuous to the roof. The portion penetrating the roof is called the vent stack through roof. So the pipe extended from, for example, this is your roofing or this is your roof line. The pipe extended to that is the vent through roof. Usually that is 0.3 meters from your roof line, okay, or from your roof. Next, we have the main vent. So this one, this is the main vent. Okay. So the principal artery of the venting system to which vent branches are connected. So since this is now the vent for this fixture, you connect that to the main vent, and maybe for another fixture, connect that to the main vent. So this is called the main vent. From also, there are no waste travel through this pipe, okay? Since you have only the circulation of air travel to this pipe, okay? And then also called collecting vent line, and it serves as support to the main soil and the waste vent. Okay, so the waste vent is here, this one, and the main vent is this one. Next, we have the individual vent or back vent. This is the individual vent. After the fixture, you have this P-trap and connected to a T. The other end of the T is the vent, individual vent. Individual meaning since it serves only one fixture. Okay? So this is the individual vent connected to the main vent. This one, this is the main vent. Okay, so a pipe installed to a vent, a fixture trap that connects with with the vent system above the fixture served or terminates in the open air. Sometimes, if this is not connected to the main vent, this is usually put at the back or at the wall of your toilet and bathroom, at the back of the wall. Sometimes it terminates to open air, so it never connects to your main vent. Okay, it depends on the design. Next, we have the other types of vent system or other types of vent. You have the common, the unit, or the dual vent. So this is dual since this serves two fixtures. So you have two lavatories, then you have prostate here, prostate fitting, and then you have the dual vent or the common vent, or sometimes a unit vent. So an arrangement of venting, so installed that one vent pipe serves two traps or two fixtures. Okay. Another is relief vent. Okay. A vertical vent line that provides additional circulation of air between the drainage and vent system, or to act as an auxiliary vent on a specifically designed system such as tube vent connection between the soil and the vent stack. So this is the soil or the vent, or sometimes the main soil or the stack, vent stack. So the relief vent is this one, connected. So you have the individual vent, and then this is the main vent. Connection to that, that is the relief vent. Okay. Connection of the stack, since the waste passes through the stack, this one. Then you have your main vent, this one. And then to circulate the air, you have your relief vent. Okay. Next, you have the loop or bypass vent. This one. So loop or bypass, or maybe a relief, it's just the same. Okay. So a pipe connecting upward from a soil or waste stack below the floor and below horizontal connection to an adjacent vent stack at a point above the floor and higher than the highest spill level of fixture for preventing pressure changes in the stacks. You have the floor level. So this is the loop vent or bypass. So the relief, you have this one, the relief vent. So that is connected to the loop vent. So loop vent usually below the floor level. This is the loop vent. If this is above the floor level, maybe you just call it a relief vent, since relief vent and loop vent is connected. And also, it intersect or connects to the main stack. Okay. The next, we have the circuit vent. So just the circulation of one fixture vent. This is the circuit vent. Since you provided or you have the battery of fixtures, then you have just one vent here. So to circulate the air, you have to put the circuit vent here, then connect to the main vent. You have the main stack. This is where the waste passes through. And then also here, coming from the lavatory and your other fixtures, this one. To circulate the air, you can have the circuit vent here. So we don't name this as a dual or maybe common, since there are three traps here. You can have the circuit vent, then connect it to the main vent. Okay. So a group vent pipe, which starts in the front of the extreme highest fixture connection on a horizontal branch and connects to the vent stack. Okay. You have here the circuit vent. If that is more than two traps, you can have your circuit vent. But if you have just two traps or two fixtures, you can use dual vent or common vent. Okay, sometimes called as loop vent. Okay, also serves battery of fixtures. So battery of fixtures meaning you have more than two fixtures arranged or aligned. Okay. Next, you have loop vent. So vertical vent connection on a horizontal soil or waste pipe branch at a point downstream of the last fixture connection and turning to a horizontal line above the highest overflow level of the highest fixture connected there. Used in spaces without partition. Okay. So you have here going to this one, you have the lavatory, and then you have the trap. This is now your vent pipe. So it is called a loop vent since it passes through a small area and then connect to your main stack or waste stack. Loop. So that is called loop since you have a circular path. That is a loop. A vertical vent pipe is one. Then since you have a turning to a horizontal line above the highest flow level of the highest fixture connected here. So this is commonly used in fixture or in a toilet and bathroom without any partition. Okay? Since you have a smaller area, you can loop or you can just have your circulation of air in a small area. Okay, this is loop vent. Next is wet vent. So that portion of vent pipe to which wastewater also flows. Okay, so you have this wet vent. No? Since from the lavatory you have wastewater here, the wastewater can also pass through the wet vent since you have here your bath or maybe your floor drain. So this one serves as your wet vent, and the wastewater from the lavatory can pass through the wet vent. So that is why it's called the wet vent since the wastewater also passes through or flows through the vent pipe. Okay. Next is local vent. Okay, a pipe or shaft to convey foul air from a plumbing fixture or a room to the outer air. The local vent. Maybe a local vent is just serve one fixture. You can have maybe one water closet. Then you have your local vent connected to it, and then you have the vent pipe located at the back of the wall, and that is outside the toilet and bathroom. Okay, that is local vent. And then dry vent, you have a vent that does not carry liquid or water-borne waste. So that's the reverse of wet vent. So for dry vent, it doesn't carry liquid or waterborne waste. Next is stack vent. So the extension of a soil or waste stack above the highest horizontal drain connected to the stack. So you have seen the drawing. For example, you have this main stack, the connection from the main stack to the main vent is called the stack vent. Next is vent stack. The vertical pipe installed primarily for providing circulation of air to and from any part of the soil waste of the drainage system. This is the uppermost end above the roof, has traditionally been referred to as vent stack through roof. This is the uppermost end vent pipe connecting your main stack or your main vent. Okay. So for the requirements for vent, so each trap shall be protected against siphonage and back pressure through venting. So every trap you should have at least vent pipes or a vent system. The vent is not required if or on a primary settling tank interceptor which discharges horizontal indirect waste pipe in a secondary interceptor. The secondary interceptor shall be properly trapped and vented. So that in construction, you should have at least a vent system in your sanitary and waste line so that the circulation of air or the flow of your waste is not intercepted through by the use of that venting system. Okay. And then traps as serving sinks in an island bar counter. Such sink shall discharge by means of an approved indirect waste pipe into a floor sink or other approved type of receptor. Sometimes, if you don't have the vent system, you can use the apparatus called a studor. You can have a studor in your sink. If ever you have a bar counter, since you cannot have vent pipes, since you have the island, you can use a studor. Next, you have the size of vents. So the size of vent piping shall be determined from its length and the total number of fixture unit connected thereto. So normally we can have what we have in our trap size. So that is the diameter of pipes we will use for our venting system. Okay, the diameter of an individual vent shall not be less than 32 millimeters. So that is 1 1/2 or 1 1/4 inch, nor less than the size, more or less in size than 1/2 inch, the diameter of the drain to which it is connected. But normally, during construction or in construction, we'll just use the diameter of the trap size. Okay? And the diameter of the trap is the same with the diameter of our vent pipes. Okay, so for the installation of vents for grade and connection, so all horizontal or branch vents shall be free from drops of or sag and shall be graded and connected to drip back by gravity to the drainage pipe itself. So usually, if you have to prevent the sag or drops of the pipes, you use the hangers or supports. Okay. So each vent shall rise vertically at 150 millimeter above the highest level rim of the fixture served before offsetting horizontally. So for example, you have your lavatory here. From the lavatory, you measure at least 152 millimeter above, and at that measurement 152 millimeter, you can now offset that to horizontal. Okay, so from the highest level of your fixture, you measure 152, or that is 6 inches. You measure 6 inches before you can have the horizontal pipe for your venting system. Okay, that is for the connection. And then you have all vent pipes shall extend and diminish in size above the roof or shall be reconnected to the soil or waste stock vent at a point below the roof. The vent stock through roof or the VSTR shall be increased one pipe size above the connection between the stock and the horizontal vent. So for the connection of the main the VSTR, the vent stock through roof. So normally in the construction we'll have the 0.3 meter above the roof, okay, for its connection. The next two fixtures having same level inlet opening may be served by a common or vertical vent pipe connected to an approved double branch heating. So as what I have discussed earlier, so if you have two fixture or two traps, you can use a common vent and then use a cross feed in that connection. Okay. Next is vent termination. So how to terminate your vent system. So the vent stock through roof shall terminate vertically not less than 150 millimeter above the roof or nor less than 300 millimeter from any vertical surface nearby. So that is why your pipe above or the vent stock through roof above the roof is 300 millimeter. Okay. So each vent opening shall terminate not less than 3 meters from any openable window. So if you have to terminate your vent system at any window, openable window, you should have not less than 3 meters. And then if that is above to any openable window, you have not less than 0.9, and also away from any lot, alley, or street or boundary lines, you can have 0.9 meters. Okay. So vertical vent pipe shall extend 3 meters distance from any part of the roof that is used for human activities and shall extend not less than 2.1 meters above such roof. Okay. If you have the human activities near your vent pipes, so you can have 3-meter height or you can have the distance of vertical vent pipe of 3 meters. Okay. If your roof is used for human habitation activities. Okay. Next, we have the installation of vents for vent stocks and relief vents. So each soil or waste stock extending 10 or more stories above the building, a building drain shall be served by a parallel vent stock, which shall extend and diminish in size from its upper terminal at the roof and connect to a soil or waste stock and ground level at every fifth floor level with a U-vent. So at a point below the horizontal soil or waste branch connection to the stock and at the nearby vent above the same floor to provide a relief vent. Okay. So for the connection, you have every fifth floor level you use or you should have a yoke vent. Okay. The size of yoke vent shall not be less in diameter than either the soil stock or the vent stock, whichever is smaller. So normally we'll use the diameter of the diameter of the traps, and the diameter of your vent should be the same. The yoke vent connection at the vent stock shall be placed 1 meter above the floor level and by means of Y branch at the soil stock shall be placed below the fixture branch serving that floor. Okay, then sanitary system problems. You have the trap seal loss, siphonage, you have this one, trap seal loss. This serves as your trap seal. If ever you don't have the standing water here, so the trap seal is lost. Okay, and then the siphonage. Siphonage meaning the vacuum, vacuum water, since your vent system is the circulation of air is uh, if ever no ventilation, sometimes the water just flow through the pipes. So for siphonage, there are no ventilation here. You have the no venting system here. The water just flow through the pipes. Okay? So there are no standing water in your traps. This is the back pressure. Okay, since you have the pressure here from your upper level, and then if the pressure is high, so you can have the back pressure here in your fixtures. Then you have the capillary attraction, evaporation caused by extreme temperature or idleness, the wind effect, strong winds below the trap seal, and then the retardation of flow due to the effect of atmospheric pressure and or the gravity. And another is the deterioration of materials due to the formation of acids in the pipes. Next is indirect waste piping, wet venting system, and special waste. So indirect waste pipe, it is a pipe that does not connect directly with the drain system, but conveys liquid waste by discharging into a fixture, interceptor, or receptacle directly connected to the drainage system. So from your lavatory connected to your floor drain and then connect to the drainage system. So no vent system involved. Okay, so that's all. Thank you. See you in our next discussion.